lock. I got him. Now, Jake, now.
Welcome to your doom.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I am not a morning person. I am like advertisement.
Yeah, I'm not either.
If you're waiting for the quick witty part, like it's literally.
Okay, we'll start
downloaded.
out. Start out with the Madonna thing then.
Oh yeah, what, Madonna's gay? That's what you want to start with?
Yeah. How is she gay?
I saw a TikTok video. It was basically she had a video where she was shooting a pink underwear into a trash can.
Sure.
And at the bottom of the video, it just says, "If I miss, I'm gay," and she can't shoot. So
okay, but like, I think, did she just immediately like whiff to the left on
yeah,
purpose?
like, did she do it on? That's what I thought too.
I mean, I
she
guess
just-
now that I think about it, it was 2 camera angles.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like 6 feet short. It was
Yeah.
like none of Rodman rubbed off on her at all.
Yeah.
But he was more of a defensive guy. So, like, I mean, yeah. So she's gay, which means like she needs attention, I guess.
But I thought that she was into guys.
Guy Ritchie.
No,
Hey,
yeah, she
there you
did take
go.
half his money.
Yeah.
Or,
Thanks, sir.
wait, did she get his money or did he get?
I don't know. They both had
I think
shit ton of
she
money.
got his money, which was confusing
Yeah.
because she has her own money.
But she probably wasn't working during the marriage because
That's-
she hasn't worked in a while.
Really? I mean, I guess I don't know.
I
Does
mean,
she-
have you heard of her other than being gay?
Technically, it was false advertising because she's gay. That was an inside job she pulled on Guy Ritchie, like one of his Snatch movies. He made a movie called Snatch. Anyways, welcome to the Central Podcast. This is episode 99.
I was waiting for that to hit. I'm like, come on,
I know.
Renee,
No, it hit me, but I didn't like Snatch.
All right.
She'd make a bucket.
Madonna's like, unfollow. It's not in the Snatch. My name's Jake Snatch Bussy. Sure.
I'm Renee minus this not liking Snatch.
Well, I mean,
right?
I feel like Madonna has been relevant since the since the 80s.
Well,
She's been relevant in videos where you're like, have you seen Madonna?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna stick with the 80s reference and say I'm going to party like it's episode 99.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
99, yeah.
So that's my middle name. Also, this is a coffee-driven episode,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I figured I'd go true to form. I'm in my pajama jams. right?
Yeah,
I
Adam,
was going to do that, but I don't want to censor a bunch of video.
Yeah, I was gonna say you sleep naked probably.
Pretty much.
and I was thinking,
Kids know to knock. But we wanted to say, so episode 100 is coming up.
Yes.
And we're still kicking around ideas. So Renee just had a good one where basically, if you have questions, even just stuff you want to know, write us in and we'll answer on the air.
Yeah.
We'll do a bunch of that. We're also still floating ideas for fun ones. I still really like my get a porn star idea.
Well, I mean,
what?
No, I want to get a porn star, but then like, have her walk in like, okay, cameras, and like an altar, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll just ask her trivia questions.
Yeah, no. If you know a, we'll settle for a e-girl or whatever, or
even a dude.
OnlyFans.
Oh yeah.
There'd be strange, palpable energy if he just keeps kind of trying to get ready.
You're like, no, put it back up.
He's like, I took 2 Viagra.
We can tell. This is a priapism.
What if they're like a hand model? Can they just like answer like this? Like.
Do you know a hand model? Sure.
Yeah.
Like Costanza?
No.
Maybe if it's just underneath the table the whole
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Yeah. You could draw like a little face.
Okay, so if you have ideas, because this is what we got so far. We have porn stars or hand models for 100.
There's got to be a gray area between. They're like a Venn diagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a Madonna
Yeah.
area between it, or a gay area.
So I kind of made the OnlyFans reference joke, but a good way to set your children up to have their future OnlyFans is to get them, your toddlers, a vlogger playset.
Come on.
I'm not kidding you. They actually have they have. I saw this on the news. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, because I have seen like where they have like little ring lights and stuff like that for like teens or whatnot, right? Like
Yeah.
Little
kids.
people.
But like this is like
Bridget needs one.
this. Bridget Dimension?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Bridget the little person. She's not allowed to call herself that.
We could get her. Yeah, we can get her. And she
half off.
well, she's selling herself short, isn't she? So anyway,
She would laugh at these.
yeah,
Okay,
laugh more
okay.
at that. Okay. So anyway, but this is for like little toddlers, because the toys are actually just made out of wood. But it's like a toy camera, a selfie stick, and like a ring light.
Oh, so it's locally sourced. They should make the Amish make this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what are they playing?
We don't even know. Yeah. No, but it's like
Like 2 is the new 20.
I just don't
basically.
get it.
Yeah.
Like it, but if sitting there like, batteries, depression, and anxiety are not included. With this play set. But no, the and I was sitting there looking at him like, this is actually pretty similar. This setup is pretty similar to an actual influencer.
Yeah.
Because it's fake as fuck.
Yeah.
So, like,
Can we just get this for influencers?
dude, it's $50.
Huh?
It's literally $50 for this thing. It's like, I know that I've seen like ring light and like
Yeah, just get a real
selfie.
one.
Yeah, the real ones are cheaper.
It's like $15, and then who doesn't have an old phone sitting around?
Yeah. That way you got a nightlight for the kid too.
But I'm kind of curious what you guys think as parents. I mean, granted, you don't have toddlers anymore, but
So I will say this about it. I cannot do selfies. I hate talking. I hate filming myself in the camera. I hate FaceTime. So like, I don't know if that's what the
but
future
that's
is going to
because
be.
you always have that like downward angle, so you just look like an earthworm.
Exactly. Earthworm Jim. But I'm saying, like, if that's what the future is going to be, I don't know. Maybe it's good to develop those skills. But I personally hate it because they're lining them up to basically be driven off of their looks,
Yeah.
which is something I hate.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get the skill building, but I think fundamentally it's a bad idea because it teaches, especially girls, at an extremely young age that to be hyper aware of their looks, and
Yeah,
I don't
well,
like
I mean,
that at all.
I mean, they were. In the same breath, also, they were like saying that you shouldn't have Barbies. Give your kids Barbies or Bratz dolls and stuff like that because it gives them like it sexualizes things and it gives them like unrealistic, body expectations. But it's like you're gonna put just get them ready with a ring light.
The one bad thing about Barbies is it does give unrealistic expectations of how easy it is to take a woman's head off.
Fair enough.
So
yeah,
that's not my joke. I love that joke.
I will say the Ken doll has always made me feel better.
Yeah,
that's always
yeah.
boosted my confidence. That's boosted my
Yeah.
confidence from.
That's a Jeffrey Dahmer playset.
Yeah.
Comes with a dish soap and a Ken doll, and a little hacksaw, and a 55-gallon drum.
Have you guys watched Dahmer?
I have.
I've got one episode left.
I mean,
We went real deep into it in the last episode.
Yeah.
Jake,
here's my problem with it. Evan Peters has a really good Manitowoc accent.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
he nailed it. Like I thought you could tell he watched a ton of
Yeah.
footage. Like
But
I feel
Jeffrey
like
Dahmer's not born and raised in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's Ohio. But he did sound like that. If you go and watch,
Ugh.
he sounded like Dahmer sounded in prison when he's talking
like
about it.
I feel like he did a pretty
He
good
got
job.
his mannerisms pretty well,
Yeah.
I think.
He got a I think he did get his mannerisms well. It's just that I didn't think it was as thick as that.
Well, he's an actor. I thought it was well done. I just don't think they should have
Yeah.
done it.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't? What do you mean?
But they're glorifying serial killers again. Because
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like there's
yeah.
losers out there that are just like, so if I just kill a bunch of people, everybody will like
They're making Netflix about it?
examine my
Yeah,
life
yeah.
and they'll look into my upbringing and my.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I do aspire to be as good of a dad as Jeffrey Dahmer's dad, because it's like he had a weird kid.
He tried.
He had a weird
Yeah,
kid,
he did.
and he wasn't just like that kid's broken. He's like he waited until that kid showed interest in something, happened to be dead animals.
I don't know.
But-
Granted, I'm not a father, but
And then
sometimes
he-
you just got to throw the whole kid away and start over.
You do, but I'm saying like he tried. He had an effort, and even after the kid did what he did, he's still just like,
Well-
is this my fault? He was like, he obviously cares, and that's where it's
well,
like
I'm
he's
gonna
a good
have to
dad.
cut you off right there, Jake,
Yeah.
because when I was in college, I took criminology,
Okay.
and so our whole semester's focus was on Dahmer because the professor that we had was a reporter,
Sure.
and he was at the trial, but he interviewed both parents and had connections there.
I'm kind of curious what he thought about Joyce.
Oh, the mom.
The mom.
The mom.
You know,
And the mom is like poorly portrayed on the Netflix
Yeah,
She
she
thing.
didn't come across well.
No,
didn't come-
she didn't. And then like the dad kind of came off more saintly, but actually they're both a little bit closer to the center of both being like equally bad parents.
yeah.
Sure. They
Um,
were
they basically-
70s, 80s parents.
Yeah, but they basically played the blame game. He was like, "Oh, it's her fault. She took antidepressants when she's pregnant. So did millions of other women. Okay, we don't all have Jeffrey Dahmers.
Yeah, yeah.
So
and also, I mean, did they try saying like it was like a botched like childhood surgery, like
A hernia.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
okay. Well, no. So
I think you just
sometime-
you look for a reason. I think what it comes
Yeah,
down
exactly.
to.
yeah, you
I
do.
mean, didn't you say it's like you can where you shoot at a target, then
Yeah,
draw the targets?
It's a
after?
bullseye fallacy, right?
Yeah.
You want to explain it because I just botched it.
No, it's like essentially you shoot the barn 100 times, and then afterwards you draw your bullseyes
Yeah.
to look like a good shot.
Yeah. Exactly. So
And so anyway, I guess no, I don't want to be Lionel Dahmer, but I'm just saying I don't
Who
know.
taught him how to do all that weird shit?
Yeah.
I'm just saying he found the kid's interest. He seemed to care.
On,
All right.
on Netflix, he cared.
Scratch the whole thing.
Okay.
Moving on. What else do we got here? Oh, I got a nerdy one for you.
Okay.
Do you remember? So what do we do? Colloquialisms.
Yes.
Common sayings.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you know?
Minnesota,
William Henry Harrison for most. What does everybody know him for most?
He was like a president who had a very short term.
Right.
Yeah.
He was the guy that did the speech in February.
He died
Yes.
in office.
Yeah.
And then like a month later. So he actually has 2 phrases that we still use today from his campaign.
Okay.
So one of those phrases.
Was it cough cough?
No.
I like Ike.
No. It was
Okay.
keep the ball rolling.
Oh.
Okay.
Have you heard of this at all? I hadn't.
No, but he kept that ball rolling, maybe a little too long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. So I guess he constructed it looked like a 10-foot tall giant tin ball
Okay.
with all his campaign slogans on it, and he would campaign from town to town, and he would hire people to literally push this ball to the because it was like a spectacle.
Oh, okay.
And so
That would be a lot cooler than getting like 50,000 mailers.
that would be
every
cool.
day.
Yeah.
Just like, and honestly, I think that tactic would work again. Just something to
Yeah.
see. But yeah, you push it from town to town.
Yeah,
That's,
that is interesting.
keep
I
the
didn't.
ball
Yeah,
rolling.
that
I've
is
definitely
too.
heard that
Yeah.
phrase before.
Yeah.
so
I still am upset you guys didn't laugh at cough cough though.
because
we-
he got sick, he died
Yeah,
of pneumonia
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's a catchphrase.
the second term we still use today is the term, and this one's more dear and fond to my heart. Booze.
Huh.
So
He came up with booze?
kind of. So
Okay.
what happened was one of the critics, or a lot of critics, would say he is more suited for sitting in an old log cabin drinking whiskey, not being president. Smartly, so he leaned into it. So he would hand out bottles that were in the shape of a log cabin. It was a whiskey bottle that looked
Really?
like a log cabin.
You should
And-
flash this up.
Oh yeah,
Is
I'll
there,
put it up
are there
there.
a picture of
yeah,
it?
there's
Yeah.
pictures. They look kind of cool. But the guy that made the bottle, his name was like E.G. last name Booze. It was like B-O-O-Z, and it was a booze bottle.
Oh,
And that's essentially where
Cool.
it
That's-
came from.
You're going to. He really spun that to like make people love him. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
all
That's what I'm
right,
saying.
all
No,
right.
I like that, dude. It's like you fucking throw insults at him. He's
Yeah.
like, cool, yeah, all right. He Eminem'd him, you know?
he 8 miled him?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They're here for the booze.
All right, so let's keep the ball rolling here.
Hey.
What do you guys got?
So I did one of those weird celebrity things.
Madonna?
No, it's
Fuck
not.
Madonna?
Yeah.
No.
Molest a kid?
You turned Madonna? Okay, what?
No, okay. So I remember this. Okay, so what celebrity has 4 nipples?
4 nipples.
4.
Can I ask a couple questions?
Air Bud.
Wait, you're gonna give us options?
Yes, I'm going to give you 3 options.
Is it a guy or a girl?
It's a male.
Okay. I'm like Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Okay. Ashton Kutcher, Harry Styles, or Tom Cruise?
Well, Ashton Kutcher's a twin, so does that count?
Oh,
No?
He has a twin.
Maybe they were triplets and he absorbed one of them.
Okay,
That's
so-
the third set of
I
Yeah.
barely know who Harry Styles is. He's a singer.
Yes.
Right? And then obviously I know who Ashton Kutcher. Who's the other one?
Tom Cruise.
Man, we've seen Tom Cruise.
I gotta go Harry Styles. I've seen the other two with their shirts off
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
I feel like it would have.
I'm gonna go Harry Styles too because I don't know anything about him.
It is Harry Styles.
It's Harry Styles? Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that the gayest answer? I'd be like, I've seen the other two with their shirts off too much to not have locked in on. So he's
I
like
would
a
have zero-
cow.
I've stared at his chest, so I know.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
even his name sounds like a joke. Be like, Harry Styles.
Eh,
Like, hairstyle. Is that.
There was so much hair on his chest
So he
that
has-
you couldn't see the nipples. I don't know.
He has 4 nipples?
Yes.
Huh. Are they more nutritious than cockroach milk? That's,
callback.
Yeah.
okay. All right. So do you guys got something else? Or you want to
Yeah,
go
I've
nerdy
got-
right away?
Well, before you go nerdy, I've got a potential life hack for people.
Okay.
I saw this video where this guy said that years ago, him and his friends, what they would do is they would sue each other.
This sounds familiar. Okay.
They would sue each other so then they could get on court TV.
Yes.
And,
Oh my gosh.
and he literally was like talking, you know how they can do, he's talking in front of like a snippet from a court TV thing, and he's like, yeah, we'd sue each other. And the nice thing is that, like, you know, if you win, like the court TV, whatever the production company pays the plaintiff for you. You know?
Oh, awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's like this.
Let's
like,
do this.
Yeah, seriously.
So why
thought-
did they fight so
Yeah.
vigorously? I'd be like, sure, I took a dump in
Yeah.
her lawn.
No, they're acting, and like, in fact, actually, even the video that that he was doing, like, had him in the actual like courthouse, in whatever courtroom, going like, "Oh, I'm really glad we got the, we won. I needed the money. I've only got like 3 hamburgers in my freezer or something like that." It just leaned into it, so I was like, man. I mean, it definitely made it sound like it was like a reoccurring thing. Like him and his buddies did it a couple times. Whether if it was like,
there's like 8,000 judge shows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if it was like one was called in as a witness or something like that.
Oh
but,
yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
seriously.
go on Maury though.
Dude, let's sue that other podcast.
Yes.
Named the Non-Essentials Podcast.
Yeah,
Is our name?
Yeah.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
I know.
No.
We were first.
Then we'll go on Judge Judy.
The moment has arrived
I know. I'm so excited.
to light the vag
I can't wait
candle.
to smell her pussy.
I mean, do we really want? I was thinking like we should. I thought about saving this for the end. What if this goes bad and we have to just sit?
How bad could it go?
We have
What
to
if it,
sit
like-
in a hot car with her pussy.
Yeah. Yeah. What if
Okay.
like it's just a real joke on us and like partway down it's just a stink bomb,
Yeah,
Or
I
just one of
know.
those golf balls that explodes.
just a fisherman's wharf.
Yeah.
Well, he says that because when you smell it, there's no smell.
No, you got to heat it up first. Pussy
Yeah.
needs
I
friction.
guess.
Miyagi.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina has been lit.
Yeah.
Thank
So-
God this isn't a 4D podcast.
Yeah.
So, but if you want, we can maybe get some of this wax, send it to the mail. You tape it on your upper lip, and you can really get the full experience. But
I hate that.
we're just gonna let it go. I'm waiting to see who notices first. I think it'll be.
Yeah, I thought
closest.
it would be me, but I don't know. That wick really shortened really
Yeah, it's got a
fast.
Hey,
small
come on,
wick
it's
on that
cold in
pussy.
here. Come
Yeah. A small wick on that pussy.
on. I want to hear your nerdy thing.
My nerdy thing. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Did you see the Nobel Prize has been awarded at all?
Okay.
And it sounds very confusing, but it was awarded to scientists that discovered that the universe is not local, which sounds very confusing.
Okay, let's hear it.
And this has to do with quantum entanglement and blah, blah, blah. Basically, they discovered the best way to say it is like a tree falling in the woods with no one to see it doesn't make noise. Okay, so everybody's heard of Schrodinger's cat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so with
I mean,
Schrodinger's cat, if you don't know,
Alive and dead.
if you know what it is, yeah, it's a probability wave. It means it's half alive and half dead as long as you don't observe it in the box.
Yeah.
But as soon as you observe it, you understand that it's either dead or it's alive.
Yeah.
So they've been able to quantumly entangle particles that then they can separate these particles. Let's say you put them a light year apart. So Einstein's big thing was he thought if you had this entanglement, it would still take a light year for whatever happened here to happen there. But supposedly, as soon as you were to look at if it was alive or dead, it would affect this one a light year away. So this is instantaneous.
Okay.
It's like a backdoor around light speed travel.
Okay.
And the best way to say this is like you almost have to infer, like if you flip a coin and it lands heads or tails, you understand that the tail side and the head side depend on each other. Because if heads is up, you know tails is down. So they can do this with 2 quarters, and they basically lock their spins in and then separate the 2 quarters. So like if one moves, the other one essentially moves.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's not until you actually observe it. So once you observe that this one is heads, you'll know what this other one is. And so this is theorized that you can basically get around light speed communication because Mars is like 30 minutes light speed away.
Okay.
Mhm.
And it's just the beginning of it, but essentially this could be like where you don't have to wait to send these messages. So that's essentially what it's super confusing. And this is only at the quantum level, which means it's like, and only in regards to the spin of up or down quarks. So if one's spinning up, the other's spinning down. And this is terribly confusing, but basically it's stepping around Einstein's limits for the
Okay.
first time in a provable way. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool.
No, it is interesting.
It
I
is,
guess
yeah.
I'm trying to, like, you just made me think of something when you were talking about Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of, as you, with quarter flip, I almost feel like that could be Schrodinger's quarter. Like,
Right.
'cause as you flip it and it's spinning in the air and you catch it and you put it on your hand,
Yeah.
it's both heads and tails
Yes.
before you look at it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess, right? I mean, that'd be a nice way to explain it in case people don't know about the poison gas
Yeah.
inside of the, like killing a cat,
Right.
inside of a box. I have a question for you. Is there anything special you'd want to do on the job before you retire? Like almost think of like
I don't think this applies to us.
yeah, well, I mean, for new
Punch my
listeners-
coworker in the face.
Oh, what the fuck? So Jake and I worked
Yeah.
together. So no, the I resent that. I'd let you do it. But no, do you have any? No, truly, like any one of those, like your last day. You're doing your last tattoo, or you're whatever.
No. I mean,
No?
that sounds bad, but it's just like, and that's maybe it's because like
Nothing you'd ever want to try, workplace related.
I can kind of do whatever I want.
Fair enough.
And
all right.
Yeah, I'd have to venture into like the creepy or the unprofessional to like
Yeah.
get away with something. Like I'd be like, how about I can put on Jeffrey Dahmer all day while I work. I'm in a pretty good window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about I know. This is what I'd love to do at work. I'd love to have like PTO. I'd love to I'd love to have retirement. I don't have any of that. So
or at least tell somebody to get fucked or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. How about you, Renee?
I have no
draw
idea.
a blank?
Yeah.
Well, so a female employee for Southwest Airlines is suing the airline after. Are you trying to waft her puss?
yeah, it's
Yes. So for listeners, Jake is
nothing yet.
wafting Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy. in
Oh,
his
I
face.
do spell it now. I got a whiff.
So far, I think she's lying when they took the sample. This is not you.
Just a swab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. So what if there's like those things where you got to guess what's in the box?
Schrodinger's cat.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Smells like dead pussy.
Yeah.
Come on. All right. Anyway, we're having fun here.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of Joe Rogan.
Yeah. So Southwest is getting sued by a lady. She's a pilot. And she's also suing her co-pilot after he wanted to check something off his bucket list. He told her that, she'd never flown with him before, and
Okay.
he had said that this was his last flight. And the male pilot, he just...
I don't think I'd fly with anyone on their last flight. I'd be
Right.
I know.
don't-
She's like, you've only been flying for 2 months. No, he's been flying for I think 27 years or something. So anyway, the male pilot, he called the incident a consensual prank that got out of hand. And I'm attempting a little bit of a funny foreshadowing by saying that.
Consensual prank.
Yeah,
Okay.
that got out of hand. So any guesses?
I've never heard of a consensual prank.
I'd consensually prank everyone.
But doesn't mean the other party
Did he
feels like
did he
it's
do like
consensual.
did he make the plane do a flip?
Yeah.
That's what I would
I think
do.
we would still be hearing
like that
about
guy in
yeah.
Alaska.
Now, here's a little bit of a backstory. Now, she was this co-pilot on a flight from Philadelphia to Orlando. Okay, she's from Orlando.
How long is that? Like a 3 hour?
2.5. Actually, I'm
Okay.
glad that you did that. So
All right,
anyway,
so-
it was like I looked it up on Google, and it's actually like 2 hours airtime. But I'll go into that in a moment. But she said the male pilot was used his seniority rights to actually bump the regularly scheduled pilot off, and she thinks it's because he saw that it was a female that was going to be a co-pilot.
Oh, this guy's getting creepy.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So mid-flight, he turned the autopilot on and then locked the cockpit door to stop any of the flight attendants from walking in. He then stripped down naked and grabbed his laptop. And sorry,
This is horrific.
Yeah.
This is already
So
this is
he then-
a tower we have a problem.
Yeah.
So he then turned on pornography and then literally beat off in front of her for over 30 minutes. And I hate that the article said until he ejaculated, but literally it wasn't just like,
What?
I'm not kidding you.
You know what's the weirdest part? Who strips naked?
I-
Who strips naked? If
Yeah.
that was her, I
Who
would-
takes 30 minutes to jack off? Like, he
Well,
must be.
Yeah.
He's edging, probably.
He must work out.
Yeah, no, he's edging.
Dude, she should have cranked the AC. Fight fire with fire.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Well, and now you had mentioned the flight time.
Dude, I would turn that place into a lawn dart. So,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna make this cockpit go down.
30 minutes.
I know. Well, no, so I sat there and did the math, and since you asked about the flight time itself, I was sitting there thinking, like, okay, I'm putting myself in that situation.
That's the whole state of Alabama. So
I'm putting myself in that situation. That's 2 hours of said flight time. I'm sure that, like, he didn't just immediately lead into it. He was probably a good, 30 minutes or so of kind of like, leading into his objective there, right?
yeah,
Right? Approximately. And then 30 minutes of jacking off.
yeah.
That's still an hour left. You know what I mean? That's a
Yeah.
Well,
that's
it
2
takes
hours.
it takes them like 20, 25 minutes to
To
level
clean
it
up?
out. No, when you no.
Do you think she's like, can you land this bird already? Like, why?
No, I'm just trying to think of like think of like how awkward
Consensual
last
prank.
hour.
Consensual
Yeah,
prank
how-
is my new word for sexual
he's like,
harassment.
yeah, he's like, I got you good, you fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that so funny when I beat off?
Yeah.
Like, and I would just imagine, like, the vomit comet?
Yeah.
When that thing goes up and then it's like 0 Gs.
Yeah.
I'm like, that would have been funny, at least. Like,
Well, if he timed the load.
yeah, so it's just like floating jellyfish in the air. No?
No, I like
Are you
the Man
hating
of
this?
War.
Yeah, just a man of war.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
go
stop waving your hands around because I'm smelling it and like your
Oh,
hands are
it's-
like wafting it. Well, the
that what-
I
smell,
really can't smell
I
it.
can't smell it.
it smells kind of sour milk now.
Oh, Gwyneth, bad review.
Hashtag
Oh.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Ah,
Okay, it smells bad.
She needs some monostat.
it's a curd.
yeah.
And we're Wisconsinites. We should love.
She's deep frying it right
We
now.
should
Not,
love
not
cheese.
this curd. No.
No, so I want you to imagine that last hour, because obviously I was putting myself in that scenario.
Yeah.
Like, imagine like the forced small talk,
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bring you guys through it with me.
Like Tower 6'5", correct?
Yeah. So Renee,
Yes.
I want you to imagine we're co-pilots,
Okay.
and I just beat off in front of you for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Not
Are
much
you-
of a
are you-
co-pilot.
Yeah.
You didn't join in. I mean, you're-
You're just a pilot at that time.
yeah.
I'd be like, why so long?
I think your co-pilot is the autopilot, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
that time. So like just just pulling his pants up, just like
That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
Naked.
dude,
Yeah.
like getting dressed. He's like, powering down the laptop, right?
You know, he probably like got his foot kind of like taking the sock off. He had to open the leg wide to kind of like
yeah.
shimmy off the.
Yeah.
I hope he did
diamond-plated
something weird,
socks.
like put like one sock and then one shoe on at a time.
Yeah.
like oh.
He had to like lean backwards against that little that closet.
Well, okay. So
Okay.
Orlando, huh? Yeah. Have you lived there for a while?
Yeah.
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 Some fun facts about Orlando. No one actually knows how it got its name. It's kind of like lost in translation there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No.
Oh, are you a basketball fan?
No.
Oh. Well, if you were, imagine the Orlando Magic. They're almost called the Orlando Juice. You know?
Imagine that.
Yeah.
This is where I'm the flight attendant. Like,
I'd be like, thank God. Yes, coffee.
yeah,
Yes.
you want some coffee in there?
Otto.
Yeah. By the way, the mic's been on the whole time.
Yeah. Dude, no, like, as you can sit there and listen to the cockpit. The
Yeah.
entire, like,
Yeah, you can.
What do you think was?
Oh, that'd be bad for me as a pilot. I'd say some bad jokes.
Well, no. What do you think? Like people listening, like in would they've just.
Yeah, I hope the propeller's okay. Sounds like it's sputtering a little bit. All right, so that's horrific. What happened? Did he get arrested?
Well, yeah, you got charged. Like it was for like lewd acts in public or whatever.
Why would you start your retirement with a giant lawyer bill?
Exactly. And
He
now,
got charged for consensual prank.
a consensual prank on
Yeah.
himself apparently in his retirement fund. No, and don't get me wrong, I'm trying to put myself in the awkwardness, but obviously I've never done anything like this. But like I remember when I was younger, you remember those tearaway pants with all the snaps?
Yeah.
I love those things because they
Yeah.
go Pah!
Yeah.
But then like you need the next 2 minutes to be like, hold on, and you just
Yeah.
gotta snap them all back together again.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Dude, you can't get like a Cessna alone,
I know. Right?
What do you do? And I bet he downloaded porn on that laptop. He's
Well,
old.
He's probably got great Wi. Or just put in an old DVD.
Yeah, you can't risk like the Wi-Fi being out for your grand plans, your last flight.
Well,
Yeah.
I did say I'm not sure as far as what porn he was watching, but it did say that I was going to go into some of the weird shit that he's done, but one of them was that he would like show people like pictures of his naked wife.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
proud of her. I
Yeah.
know.
Well, no, it's like it made me think of that time that you were
Yeah.
on. Yeah, you're streaming and
fucking
watching
weird
that some
German guy.
German dude's naked wife. No, and I guess like when he did like a lewd act in the past, because for some reason like Southwest is like pulling some tips from the Vatican, because if there's any sort of like indiscretions, because he like said that he like sexually assaulted like a flight attendant in 2008.
He's letting you know who he was the whole
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, then yeah, because he's Louis C.K'd her in the
Yeah.
in the cockpit. But no, this happened a separate time in 2008, and all they did was they sent him to this there's like in Montreal there's like this like sexual harassment thing for pilots, I guess.
Well, I don't think rape is harassment, though.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think
This co-pilot
Yeah.
is a saint for not taking all those souls to heaven. I would have
Yeah.
I would have barrel rolled that. I would have turned
I
that
know.
place into a dryer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. I'd put it in the Hudson. Like,
Well, I just keep. I don't know. I've just never been one of those like, hey, do you want to see naked pictures of my girlfriend or my wife or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
weird to me.
I would have
don't
done the
get it.
plain equivalent of slamming on the brakes when your kid won't buckle. I don't know what that would have been.
Yeah.
I hit some turbulence, be like, there's a thunderstorm. Just
I'm taking the landing gear down.
put you
right
into
now.
the windshield.
No, like imagine like I mean, unless the wife is like into that kind of shit, and then then it's like that creepy couple at the bar. That's
Like
always
the
buying you drinks all
pineapples, the
night.
pineapple.
That's one of those
couples.
people can do what they want when I'm not on their plane.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I've been naked, like in public plenty of times.
Yeah, not
you
doing
know?
your job.
Well, yeah, exactly. But like, and I've never like beat off.
Yeah.
You know, it's always like funny naked. There's a big difference between like creepy naked and funny naked.
Here's the thing: if you could do it, if you at your job alone, I don't care. Like if you're a street sweeper, you're up in that little cab, fucking
If
go
you're-
for it.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're crop dusting
Yeah.
a field.
Yeah, just who gives a shit, man?
Yeah.
Like, get it out. I don't know.
Yeah. No, like
You don't invite a buddy. Like
Well, no, that's the thing though, is that he never met her. Like he didn't know her before that. He didn't fly with her.
This guy's a real creep.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
is.
So I mean, I feel like if I was like Jake, I want to fly this plane naked, you'd be like, all right, go ahead, man. You know what I mean? Like whatever. You know, like if I start beating
but
it
then
off,
when
you'd
you start,
probably,
yeah, what would you do if he was naked and started
probably
beating
yank
off?
the yoke. Don't they go in?
You're like, "Arr."
Yeah, I would have found a way to make it at least a
Awful.
challenge for you.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's like I couldn't even. I don't even think I could maintain an erection like in public.
Dude,
like,
all you'd see is me slowly putting that 5-point harness on. Like, oh yeah?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, like that 5-point harness is actually a parachute.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
what happened with Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan.
Oh, he's just back there drunk and beaten off.
Yeah, she was like, I'm sending this thing down.
Yeah.
no, I would have been like when Denzel Washington was that pilot and they flew upside down over that church.
Yeah.
You know, like I would have rolled you onto the ceiling.
Oh, isn't that the true story?
Yeah, like it inverted the plane, but and they'd be like, "Was the plane damaged?" Like, no, like fucking co-pilot was jacking off, man. So, like, trying to break his neck with a vehicle.
Yeah.
No charges.
Horrific.
No, like I don't know. I think that's like what a way to send off your career. You know?
It
Yeah.
really is. To where it's just, I guess you didn't want that lake house.
It's true. And
So
oh gosh, that candle's
yeah, like I got nothing from this. Like
Okay,
maybe I'm
it's-
just immune.
no.
You know, the
it's-
nose is like,
it's
all right.
getting like stronger as the time is going by.
I really can't.
I can't smell it at all. I'm
It
trying.
smells like sour milk.
I don't know.
That's
Maybe,
really funny. I hope
Yeah.
that's a really
Maybe
'cause
the-
we got the knockoff candle.
dude, does the male nose just have a tolerance? We got it, ladies. Don't
Yeah,
worry about it.
maybe.
You're good.
You're like, actually, this is not bad.
The nose is like, you know, you're sitting there just like, I feel like jaw should loosen. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I've smelled worse. I've gone camping with girls.
yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, this is why males are better actors.
Wow.
It's that, and then when you try something new cooking wise, we're like, this is great.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Fantastic. Anyways, you see China went to the moon?
No.
Okay, this is another kind of nerdy story, but
Okay.
kind of interesting. So, the Chan 5 moonlander, it brought back, this is interesting, a new mineral called changasite, translucent crystal, which is the sixth
They
unique.
named it.
Yeah, it's
I
just a
mean,
unique.
How original.
Well, but why wouldn't they name? I mean,
That's what I
I
was
think
calling it the Smith site.
yeah,
So-
they should be able to name it.
They found it. So that's not the super interesting thing. They apparently found an estimated $1.9 quadrillion worth of minerals on the moon. And it's not a mineral we don't know about. It's helium-3. And if you're familiar with this excellent Sam Rockwell movie, Moon,
Yeah.
that's what he was up there mining, was
Yeah.
helium-3. And for example, let me break this down as to what helium-3 is. So helium-3 is an isotope, and it's the only stable isotope with more protons than neutrons. And this is important. So basically, it would produce 165 megawatts of power per gram. Now, to put that in perspective, New York City, in one day, running everything, subways, lights, all that, uses about 11,000 megawatts of power per day, which would mean about 66 grams of helium-3, which is like a money bag in a class.
But how dangerous is helium?
Not dangerous. It does it when it's consumed.
Does it make your voice go higher?
No, it doesn't. I wonder. Actually, it doesn't.
Oh,
It doesn't produce like radioactive waste. It's
Okay.
literally the answer
Oh,
to the energy crisis.
there you go.
For example, in a whole year, the United States only uses 25 tons of that substance would power the U.S. for an entire year, and there's an estimated 1.1 million metric tons on the moon. So this is kind of like a reason to get to the moon.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, that's fantastic. But here's my problem is I don't trust China.
No.
And I kind of think they're doing what they said we did to Russia with the moon race.
Yeah.
So we're like,
Yeah.
no, up there is your energy. Solving, like knowing, we'll be like, okay, and fucking get up there, and we got 19th hold.
Yeah.
Like, because it's just like, you know when something's too good to be true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Kinda
our
sounds like
solutions
that.
are on the moon. Like,
Yeah.
Like maybe I don't get me wrong. I hope this is real. I hope this is true because if you solve the energy crisis for the world, that solves a lot of conflicts.
Okay,
Because
but
most
really
of
quick-
the look at Russia. The reason the war is going on right now is it's oil. It's power. It's
We own a
control.
couple acres up there.
I know that's the other
The
thing. I'm
podcast
sitting
owns
here.
a couple acres of lunar.
We're the fucking clampets right now.
Yeah.
I got helium-3 for days. So that's interesting. Good news for our investment
Yeah.
portfolio,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sure China would probably be really honest about it. Like,
They'll probably just take our crap.
that's the joke.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
I want to say like another update is I still can't smell this thing.
It's awful.
It's super
I really
funny.
can't.
It's super funny
Can't
to me
smell it.
that you're all over it.
I love it.
This is
It's like a dog whistle for
Yeah.
vagina stink.
It's like the it's like the first day for you being a garbage man. I've been here forever. Just like,
Yeah.
trash stinks.
Yeah. Just totally nose blind to pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been down there for one day, Derek.
Yeah. So I've been down there for 30 years.
I'll say I gotta go right into a catfish. You wanna-
Okay.
while you're smelling Gwyneth's
Catfish.
allure,
Yeah.
Yeah, catfish,
let's
exactly.
tell us what a catfish is.
I did a little song for you so that you could just pop the song in.
Okay. Well,
Do you remember it?
I do, but tell us what catfish
Okay,
is.
so it's basically 2 lies and 1 truth based off an article that Jake was hoping was true, but was totally false.
Sure.
Actually, I mean that's hard to it's hard to judge you because like pretty much all news is totally false, but that's okay.
Whoa.
Hey. hot take.
What are you, PayPal?
Yeah.
I no longer have a PayPal, guys.
No, I actually, I want to tell you that I had somebody say like, "Oh man, you guys always do the catfish like the rules every time." It's like we kind of have to. Imagine like if we just didn't, and then just started going into that, and like a new listener's like,
Yeah.
what in the fuck are they doing?
Maybe on YouTube I'll start having like a rules on the screen or something
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
Yeah.
All right, so
Let's hear it.
okay, so number 1. Woman who just learned to walk again after being hit by a car gets on a roller coaster track after dropping her phone and is hit by a roller coaster.
Okay.
Number 2. Man survived a parachute failure, dies in ambulance accident on the way to a hospital.
I could see a trend here.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think there's a trend, but
Oh, I was gonna.
It's
say,
like people who die
It
should have
almost
died
seems
and
like,
then end up dying.
it almost seems like out of the frying pan.
yeah. Oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
I guess maybe. Third one. Swordfish has the last laugh after hooking keys off a boat with its bill, then falling back into the water.
So that one's got to be the
Hook-
one because it doesn't
hooking
have anything in
keys?
common with the others.
Hooking keys.
Mhm.
Like a set of car keys.
Well, boat keys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't they float?
They hooked them with the bill.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So the article said.
Okay. Okay. Can you read the first one again?
Okay. Woman who just learned to walk again after being hit by a car gets on a roller coaster track after dropping her phone and is hit by a roller coaster.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna go with that one because I've seen like because I remember like a couple years ago someone like got their head taken off.
Yeah.
They-
For a
they
hat.
went for a hat. Yes.
Yeah,
I think
at Six Flags.
Yeah, I can't remember if we talked about it or not. I'm gonna go with that one.
Can you imagine, like, you ever kicked a football really well? just all barrel.
But with a train.
all barrel.
You know what? I'm gonna go with that one too because I remember seeing like a YouTube video that's like places that people went that they shouldn't have went, and it was like
Oh,
that.
sure.
So
Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina.
yeah.
That thing's like filled with juice now. Like it.
Oh
shake-
yeah, look at it.
shake
So
the-
wet.
Try to really get this flavor.
So wet.
All right. Well, here it is. Fuck you both. You're correct.
Hey.
All right. So Shyla Roden, and you can watch this video on
Really?
TikTok on YouTube.
And we're getting
viewer
smoked?
discretion. Yeah, it is. It's like a carnival roller
She
coaster.
lose her
where
shoes?
It's like goes in a loop, and then she's here, and it just goes brown. And so
And she just learned to walk.
Shyla Roden, the victim of a horrific roller coaster accident Sunday in Australia, had walked on the track to retrieve a cell phone. The video was posted. She remains in critical condition at the Royal Melbourne Hospital after she walked on a roller coaster track. But yeah, basically, like she was hit by a car, learned to walk again, essentially. And
Hope
then,
she was celebrating, like, taking my first couple steps.
Yeah.
So it's like I do feel bad because it's like a horrific thing, but it's just like, come on,
But it's also Darwinism.
It's a roller coaster track. Like,
I'm sorry, it's Darwinism. Like, what are you doing, you
Yeah.
fucking idiot?
like how many times have you stepped on a roller coaster?
Zero
track?
times.
Zero
Never.
times in my
Yeah.
life.
And I'll tell you, if I was going to, it would be much like, I mean, that's like a highway. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I wouldn't retrieve my phone from a highway without like looking and making sure,
Yeah.
you know?
And on top of that, like so she could clearly see the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt it was balancing precariously on the rails.
yeah,
it was probably down down
you
under.
could tell the staff. Yeah.
Yeah, you could be like, "Hey, Carney, can you please?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, good," because only an idiot would get on the
Hold
track.
on, you need to say that in your Australian accent.
Oi, only.
Oi.
No, never mind. That's English again. Okay.
Can you retrieve my cell phone
From
from this
down under?
abortion vehicle? Like,
Just centrifugal
I lost my phone in the bush.
yeah, like,
Gwyneth Paltrow's
the
book.
phone ain't a boomerang. Can you please?
No.
They probably get bit by a spider down there.
Yeah, that's really stupid of her.
Yeah, so and I feel bad. I think she is gonna live, but it sounds like everything's broken. It was like
She's gonna have to learn how to walk again.
I know. I think that's.
I don't think she's gonna.
She needs a mech suit.
Yeah, like if she does it a third time, get a camera crew to follow her.
She can just have have bionics from now on, so
Sure.
like they can just screw you back together.
Well, I don't know about back together. So, anyways,
What was her name?
What was it? It was Shyla.
Okay, so
Shia
all the
wrote
King's
in.
horses and all the King's men can put Shyla back together again.
I like it.
There you go. They are technically still the King's horses. Right? No, not anymore.
No, they're still in the.
They're still in the circle.
Yes.
In
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
They're
they
still a Commonwealth.
They have to bow to Charles
Yes.
for a couple more
God.
weeks until he fucking dies. Okay. He's gonna die. He's gonna. You can't give a 77-year-old man that level of like responsibility.
He doesn't have
Suddenly.
responsibility.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He has to like sit and he has to do a ton more shit now.
His dad was like 99.
Yeah, but that was his dad. He didn't have to the dad didn't have to do shit. He just had to drink and drive around and occasionally
That's what
hit
Charles
people.
does.
Right, but now he's the king, so whatever. It's all it's just a giant
All the powers in Parliament, Jake.
whatever. It's all dumb. It's all dumb. What else we got?
I want to hear about your bear tapeworm thing.
Oh,
Yeah, me too. What was that?
This was a new thing. I didn't know
Yeah.
about this. If you YouTube bears and tapeworms, apparently there's a gross relationship where tapeworm eggs are eaten by crustaceans, which are then eaten by salmon, and we know bears
Bears.
love salmon.
Is this one of those parasites where they have the life cycle?
Yeah,
Through
yeah.
the enzyme or the
Yeah.
digestive tract of a bear?
And I believe that they can get up to like 60 feet long, but this one there's a couple of videos I saw where it's like 30 feet worth. It just looks like it's tangled in like phone cords. It's running behind. I can imagine a bear fucking runs by you and you get your legs swept by this tapeworm.
I mean, I know
Yeah.
my dog's eating hair and stuff like that, and just had
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
Can you imagine when the bear's like pooping it out done? It's like they're having like the worst time and they're like, oh,
Well, I actually happen to know that bears will they will instinctually constipate themselves before they go into hibernation. They'll literally eat stuff that will make them have like an anal plug.
The plug up the bucket.
And seriously,
Yeah.
and then they go into hibernation and obviously eat up all the stored fats, and then they just take that giant
That spring poop
shit.
Has to be horrific.
As spring cleaning, just put shit out 30 feet of tapeworm.
That's truly awful. It reminds me. I do have like a flashbulb memory of when I was a kid. We had a beagle, and in my mind, I'm like, she just poops spaghetti.
Oh,
Because it's like
worms.
Yeah, because like puppies will just get and in my mind, I'm like, I didn't know. I didn't know the part of the yard I was in because I thought she was dying. I'm like, well, that's an alien movie.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, and it's not like the poop was done. They were like, freedom, and then they went.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
What?
they're all wriggly
All the
yeah.
worms.
I thought they died when they were coming out, like they were dead.
Not immediately.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they're probably looking for some new intestines.
Ugh.
Anyways, I wasn't gonna Lady in the Tramp it. So
Just like suck on a noodle.
yeah. So this got gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it though.
What's worse, that or the candle?
The butt worms.
I would drink that thing
Yeah,
before I'd be in the same room with bear
tapeworm?
tapeworm. Yeah. No, thank you. Let's keep it with animals. All right.
Okay. And butt worms?
No butt worms this time. But I saw.
Can you
there was
imagine the worms?
Stop talking about worms. I don't
I'm
want to
sorry.
talk about
Okay,
worms
go ahead.
And I want to talk about elephants.
Okay.
There was an elephant. This guy got 9 months in prison for child endangerment, and you can watch this video. I recommend watching this one because I'm assuming it was everyone looked like Thai. It looked like Thailand for some reason.
Sure.
This guy was very much in the elephant cage with his 1.5-year-old daughter on his shoulder, getting a photo. And here's the thing: there's a little part of me that was like, I think I have a bit of that stupid dad in me, to where I want the photo in the cage with the kid. Because it was like the Jurassic Park cables. It was an elephant thing.
Yeah, it was.
And then the elephant came running over, and the elephant looked like it was yelling at him.
Yeah.
The way any mother would, because
Yeah.
this thing it was just screaming in a way an elephant doesn't usually make a noise. It's not a very exacerbated elephant.
Yeah.
And he ran out and he dropped the kid as he was getting out. He reached back in and grabbed the kid. But yeah, 9 months in prison.
Yeah, the elephant's like, be a better father.
Exactly. The elephant was chewing him out. He's like, I'll never forget this.
Yeah. I will stomp out your funeral pyre.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I will come and I will find you.
That's a nice callback.
Yeah.
No, I don't get that. I mean, granted, Michael Jackson dangled this kid over a balcony.
I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
Why
What?
do people have to do weird shit?
I know.
I don't know. It's just
for the picture.
Yeah, I get it, but it's at some point it's
get Photoshop, dude. Take a picture
Yeah.
of you outside, put it in
It's
there.
just
You don't have to do it.
yeah, blanket. No, it
Yeah.
just seems like one of those things where it's the pros don't outweigh the cons.
Yeah.
As far as
I don't know. Dahmer's dad would have took him in there.
yeah.
Probably.
Probably. Okay. So
It's just that I don't know if you know, but Thailand has a very negative reputation when it comes to elephants because they have a lot of them beaten regularly in enclosures. So that elephant's behavior is actually not that out of character for a lot of elephants
Or
there.
to go after a
Yeah.
a human.
Any human.
Huh.
Yeah. There's been a lot of organizations, I mean not just PETA but other ones because
they're tied up over there.
what they nice. He's looking for
Give him the pun of-
validation.
Give Jake the pun of warm.
Yeah.
I'll take a little. I cannot smell it. It's so funny to me. This bothers you.
Yeah, it's great.
And I feel like you guys have been wagging your arms way
I know.
more than
Well,
usual.
I was scared to light this thing. I
I
thought it
always-
would ruin the room.
Yeah, I always gesticulate, but I really like the fact that it's bothering you even more than normal.
It smells like sex down here.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, that's the there's a smell when you walk in a room.
You need to shower.
No.
Listen.
You need a bidet.
Listen. If your room
I do want one.
If your room smells like sex after sex, bravo.
I'm not gonna stink up a room in 30 seconds.
I can imagine moving into a house, be like, we're gonna have to paint this whole room.
Yeah, smokers,
scratch and sniff.
No, just picturing, when people smoke indoors, there's just the tar on the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say the carpet's white.
It's like
It's beige.
It's more of a pearl.
Yeah.
What was that book series? Shit, I hate myself. Where he had the room.
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey.
Okay, I didn't read the book. I don't know.
I didn't read the book either, but I'm saying you could go into a house like that and be like,
Smells
ugh.
like a dick.
Yeah, it smells like dick.
They had a room for it. Okay.
That's how to build your sex room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Rape. Whatever that
Yeah,
is.
only it's not rape when you're rich, right?
Yeah. So I'm out.
Well, I have a catfish.
Oh, that'd be a
Okay.
good one
Oh,
to
yeah,
end this
yeah.
coffee-fueled episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Fill the elephants,
Coffee and
tapeworms,
vaginas.
Dahmer rape.
See if you guys can guess the theme here. Okay. So, number 1. Doctor who branded his initials on patients' livers no longer allowed to practice medicine.
Sclerosis of the liver.
I like it.
Sorry.
I'll allow.
Yeah, I like it too.
Number 2. Toys R Us cites trademark protection in recent lawsuit with erotic adult toy company.
Like they have a giraffe to counter the rabbit.
No, they're called Toys R Us.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But since
yeah.
Toys R Us isn't in business anymore, but
Yeah.
there's still like a whatever.
But there's still
ghost
somebody
ship, yeah.
waving Toys R Us flag to see
Yeah,
them.
The
Okay.
slogan's the same. You're a big kid now.
Yeah.
It's not sung. It's just stated.
Number 3. Entire line of knockoff Balenciaga shoes shut down after customer notices a misspelling.
Is that word? It was like a song.
Here, look. Can you pronounce
I
that?
thought it was like a Cardi
Oh,
B.
Balenciaga.
Yeah, it was like a Cardi
Okay,
B
well,
thing.
I never. I was like, what the heck? I don't know what
Yeah,
you're
those
talking
Okay, so
about.
entire line of knockoff Balenciaga shoes shut down after customer notices a misspelling.
So here's the thing. I don't think anyone knows how to spell that.
I think that people.
I think whenever I see it, I'd be like, that's how you spell it.
Yeah.
Only the Balenciaga people would.
They're like
I mean,
they're like $3,000 sneakers.
and why would they shut it down? Be like, it's spelled wrong.
Yeah,
Like anyone
I
that
don't know.
knows it's spelled wrong is a lawyer for the actual company, shutting them down. Not because, if anything, they'd keep the misspelling. Be like, that's
Yeah, the thing is, like, my sister lived in China for like a year and a half, and they like are notorious for doing like these knockoff
Knockoffs,
things,
yeah.
and it's very common to have like misspellings or like something that's like totally off that people who are in the mind to buy those kinds of things could see. But yeah, guys like you might be like, whoa, you guys have a Balenciaga
Yeah.
shoes.
they look silly too.
They look like space shoes from the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you guess the theme yet? Brand names.
Names.
Brand names. Okay.
Yeah.
Brand, come on.
So
I said names, but you.
I said brand names.
Okay, well,
I
I
think-
was getting there.
I actually think, what was the second one again? The Toys R Us.
Toys R Us
I think
cites trademark protection in
I'm gonna
recent
go with-
lawsuit with erotic adult toy company.
That's the one I think it is.
Me too.
But
On
I'm
your
actually
number one
I'm
again?
gonna guess the first one because I think an artist should sign. Honestly, if you switch my liver, sign it. I'm fine with that.
Doctor Who branded his initials on patients' livers, no longer allowed to practice medicine.
I just can't imagine like
You should be allowed to do that if
the
you can.
surgical team like standing there watching this and like not doing anything.
Yeah, that guy he always does that. It's like when he jacks off on the flight.
Yeah.
He used to be a
He's
pilot.
like, I always brand my initials. What are you
Yeah,
talking about? Okay,
I'm gonna guess that one.
I'm gonna go with the Toys R Us one.
Toys R Us? Okay. Final answers. Listeners, what'd you guys get? All right. I'll be honest with you. I'm really fucking pissed because I thought for sure, because I didn't know how to pronounce the Balenciaga thing.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you guys were going to go with that one because it's like, oh, you wouldn't have come up with that. But no, that one's a fake one.
It's clever though.
And this happened in January 2022. So this is a recent one.
Toys R Us. It is, isn't it?
Dr. Simon Bramhall.
Oh,
His last name's Brandhole.
Bram.
oh.
A British surgeon who branded his initials on patients' livers can no longer practice work as a doctor in the UK. The branding occurred in
You got an
August.
SB on your liver, like.
The branding occurred in August of 2013 and December 2017. The records show that he used an argon beam coagulator, a device commonly used in surgeries to place his initials on transplanted livers of patients at the end of their surgery. The branded initials were discovered only when an organ transplant failed and another doctor was performing a surgery on the patient. The patient's mental health suffered because of the trauma and the press coverage. The medical practitioners tribunal decided to suspend the license of the doctor after citing professional arrogance of such magnitude that it strayed into criminal behavior.
All right, this is very similar to I've heard of tattoo artists that sign their work without telling you. It's like one of those. I've had people like ask, and I've heard of that where people ask.
No. Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to, but if someone insists, I'd be like, fine, I'll put it like somewhere tiny. But I've seen other places where like they want you to do it, and I think it's an endearing thing. And this is that thing. As long as it doesn't affect the liver, if you flip my liver out, you could draw a dick on it. I don't care. I'm not gonna see it.
He's like, I want a piece of me inside you.
That's fine, as long as that piece of me filters my liver.
Well, just kind of like, what kind of hubris is that? You know, that you have to initial it. You know.
I look at it. It's like almost like I think House would do this, so, or like Stephen Strange. This seems like a
Yeah.
little
But I did think it was kind of funny that if you told me that like a doctor like, oh yeah, he signed his name on your
dude. I would have played Hangman for the next
Yeah.
doctor.
Yeah.
The 3 letters. Like
yeah.
little.
As long as you weren't like as long as it's not like a my proctologist or something like that. Like I don't care.
Yeah, like I don't give a.
You sign your name on whatever.
It still works. You can leave your car keys. in
Yeah.
there. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and aren't those the
They
horror
unlock-
stories where they like leave a scalpel
Except
inside?
for-
His car unlocks when I go by it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no! How long? till
Except for
his
you'll
fob
get
dies?
strip searched every time because you keep setting the
It's fabulous.
metal detector off.
Yeah. Like I don't know.
They're like, just stick your hand up a little bit more.
Yeah, you'll get there.
You'll get it.
Wait till you hear the beep. So, all right. Well, I'm out of stuff. That's
That's episode 99. So
I'm disappointed.
I
in this.
can't believe
You think
that
it's
her-
because we got the knockoff?
Absolutely.
She's still. Does it smell?
Whoever made that candle is laughing right now. They're like, I bet those idiots probably think that's really that's sour milk.
Guess how much that sticker cost?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just nothing whack.
I think
I put my nose during a break next to it. It just smells like hot air.
Yeah, just heated up the inside of my nose, and I smelled the inside of my nose.
Yeah.
It smelled kind of like an attic in July. We're like,
Yeah.
you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
But you're not surprised at the smell. You're like, all right.
Yeah. Like this just smells like.
It has
pussy.
like a little tang, but
Wow. You're fucking sipping wine over here. It's oats. And
Yeah.
yeah, there's a
It's a
oaky.
good year for that pussy.
Yeah.
fucking notes of crab.
Yeah.
The crab infused whiskey.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway,
Your rabbit's going off.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, listeners. And let us know if you have any suggestions for episode 100.
Jeez, we're gonna hit 100.
I know.
Then we're
gonna,
done.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
over.
I'm quitting the podcast.
It's over.
Also,
Take this
you guys
candle
hire
with
me?
you.
Yeah, no way. So
I might just take the sticker off and leave it somewhere burning.
in your house.
Yeah, leave it burning and then walk into the room later on. You know.
What, to freshen my palate?
Yeah.
So-
Don't you need coffee beans for that?
yeah. I should eat the spicy chip and then do this.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
I'm Adam Riley.
My name's Jake Bussey. That's it.
I'm Renee Wright. I guess we're not doing the no. Later boners.
Well, no, my middle name is like the pussy scent. It's non-existent.
Oh, okay. I like that one.
You met me at a very strange time in my life.